Hello there. I just wanted to start off saying that it wasn't easy to just pick a couple of topics because throughout the semester I've actually learned a lot more than I was anticipating. I thought that anyone could be a coach and anyone would know what to do, but the steps and tactics that you sent us is actually really helpful, like the slideshows and the book. But I wanted to start off by talking about communication. I feel like that's something that you have to be involved with, not just with sports, but with your outside life too. It's really big, but if you want to be successful as a team and as a coach, then you need to have good communication. There are two types of communication. There's verbal and nonverbal. Verbal is like vocally, and nonverbal is actions or gestures. The best thing that you can do as a coach and really just as a person is to be clear and concise. The next little video that I have will show you what bad communication looks like. So enjoy this little clip.
Hello.
So, I hope you enjoyed the clip as much as I did. I'm a fan of Disney movies, but as you saw from the clip, his nose could have been prevented. They miscommunicated and he misinterpreted, thinking that the deer was going to eat his nose. So, going back to being clear and concise, if they were just to talk about it and really use communication and really just work together as a team, that probably wouldn't have even happened. And they wouldn't have gone through all those troubles just to get his nose back. But also, it doesn't show in that video, but as a coach, you really want to avoid negative comments. Well, really just a person in general too. It can be really degrading, especially to players and people on the team. Nobody wants to hear negative comments because it just puts everyone in a bad mood, makes people not feel good about themselves, like they're worth enough. And honestly, it's not nice to do. I like to be positive and confident, and you'll see more success being positive and having a positive outcome without using negative comments. But yeah, and then the last thing I want to talk about for communication is just the benefits of good listening. You're probably going to be more likely to win as a team and make better plays and really just overall have the best team working and team improvement just from good listening, but being clear and concise as well, so that way they don't misinterpret the instruction that you're giving them. But if they also have questions, then make sure that you're approachable, that they can come and talk to you, so that way it stays clear to them. Alright, and the next thing that I wanted to talk about is definitely the most overlooked factor in performance of players and really individuals. I know that I suffer from this, but sports nutrition and just nutrition in general. I love candy, I love sugar, And I don't care if I gain weight, as I should. I just, when I get a craving, I just gotta have it. But really, as a coach, I need to set a better example and cut out sugars and really just work on the proteins and fruits and vegetables that I needed. But you also have to keep in mind that no single diet is ideal for every athlete. So it's kind of just depends on what your body needs. But it's also really beneficial to make sure that you're drinking enough water throughout the day, and really just reminding your teammates and your players just to keep on drinking water throughout the day. I have encouraged my soccer players to, if they can, invest in a Hydro Flask. It's like the greatest invention. It keeps your water cold forever, and we're saving the planet one bottle at a time. No more plastic. But what you need to check for, like, for the signs of dehydration is their lips will be dried, like mine. The urine color. Obviously, I'm not gonna go and check unless I need to. Or, anyways, we're not even gonna get into that. But they can check their urine, and if it's brown or yellow, that's a really unhealthy sign. You want your urine to be clear. Something that can help with, if you don't like water very much, you can drink sports drinks. They do help with hydration because of the electrolytes and carbs. Or they now have like these packets. It's called I don't know, like H2O, but it's just like a supplement, and it helps you really like get all of the like water that you need for throughout the day. But it's just like a little packet, like a Crystal Light packet that you put in. But yeah, I have a lot of people that use those now. There's just a few more things I want to talk about. So carbs should typically only consist about 45 to 65% of the diet. And complex carbs should be about 70% of the diet. And then the last thing is something that I struggle with as well. So when you are about to perform, to get the best performance out of whatever sport you're playing or competing against, it's recommended to eat 3 to 4 hours before the event, so that way you don't get nauseous. I typically have not been following that recently. I work really late, and so I just hurry and eat when I can as soon as I get off, and then I go to play soccer. And the past like few days, I've just, after like in the middle of the game, I just feel nauseous, like I'm gonna throw up. So it's really beneficial to like make sure you eat 3 to 4 hours before the game. But other than that, there's a lot more that I learned, but I do not want to drag this video on for 20 plus minutes. I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate that. So anyways, thanks for being an awesome professor, and I hope you continue teaching this awesome class. Thanks.